What's up, guys? And Navajero here. Wanted to show you guys this cool little mini multi-tool that was sent to me by Bibury. They call this the mini pliers. It doesn't have an exact name or anything, but it's a cool little multi-tool that I wanted to show off to you guys. I think this is perfect for like a fifth pocket. It's about maybe like a power pint size, and I have a couple other multi-tools here that I'll compare it to, but let me get into the quick details of this. And if you guys are interested, I will have a Amazon link down below if you guys want to check this out. So the close position, you have 3.7 inches. You have a width of 1.18 inches. And the open is 4.92 inches from tip to back. So pretty small size, very compact. I actually enjoy smaller multi-tools like this. I feel like they get way more use than the bigger ones. I've owned in the past, not recently, honestly, so maybe I'll like them now, but in the past I have owned, bigger multi-tools, and they're kind of a little bit too clunky, a little bit too big to put in pocket and just keep on me. So I kind of just, stray away from those. And I like these smaller multi-tools that I can definitely, put in a fifth pocket or just have in a type of like EDC organizer or pouch or something like that that I can carry on me. So I definitely like this size. So that's cool about these. These are 5.5 ounces. So, it's all metal and stuff. So, you're not going to expect to have something super light, but it is a bit, a decent weight to it. I was told that the pliers here are a 5CR 13 MOV, and the rest of the frame and everything is a 4CR. So it's not going to be anything crazy as far as the steel quality, but for the use, I think that's completely fine for what you're going to be using this, which is light duty use. Nothing too crazy, just tightening things, poking things and, cutting things open and stuff. So let's get into the actual tools that it has here available, starting with the pliers. You have some needle nose pliers here. You have your regular kind of like to tighten nuts or loosen nuts. You have wire cutters here. It has an integrated spring here. It is okay. It's not the smoothest. It does feel a bit, hard to actuate the pliers. So, maybe it just needs a little bit of oil or breaking in, but I've had these for about a week and a half, and I've carried it on me daily. And yeah, that's just something I noticed. It is quite, it's not the smoothest as far as like the plier actuation. Getting into the tools here that you can access from the outside, and I should say the opening and closing is quite satisfying. Clicks very nicely. I don't know if you guys can hear that. And closing, same. Very nice snaps on there. So yeah, I like that. So let's get into the tools here. The tools for me particularly, I didn't really understand them, but I think I kind of have an idea of someone that could get really good use to out of these tools, and I'll get into more details once I show you guys this. So let me show you guys first the blade. You have here a scalpel blade, so that's kind of different. I really don't use this style blade, kind of like a razor blade or scalpel or medical blade. I don't have any use for it really. I could see it being useful, but in particular I really don't. I'm not sure exactly about the choice on this right here, especially because let me show you guys the box here. They put this as an outdoor mini toolbox. So when you think outdoor, you think of maybe something a little bit more, heavy duty than a scalpel blade. But again, maybe there's a different use for it, or somebody knows, just in me in particular, I don't really understand that. Let me show you guys. It comes with two extra blades on here. So Comes with extra blades. That's cool. They can be switched out. You just pop this up and you can go ahead and release the blade here. You can just pull it out and stuff. So that's pretty easy. It's pretty cool. This, again, it is super thin. So closing it, it is kind of crazy to think that you're like opening and closing this thing, because it is super razor sharp, of course. And it doesn't lock into place or anything. So, you know, you really want to be careful with this right here. So yeah, that's the blade. You have here on the opposite side a kind of box opening style blade. And I really like this one. This is what the tool I use the most. Within the 2 weeks that I was using this, I used this quite a lot. Specifically, whenever anybody needed to cut something open, my wife would ask me to, you know, let her use my knife and stuff. Sometimes I don't want to give her my knife just because, you know, I'm not sure if it's safe. Not that I don't trust her, it's just I don't know if it's safe. So I gave her this, and this actually worked really well. The only detail I did notice, I don't know if you guys can notice, I'll try and zoom in. Let me see if I can just zoom in right here. The grind on here is not the best. As you can see, the edge right here is a little bit messed up, and that's how it came out of box. So, you know, it's just kind of little details like that. Of course, it's a multi-tool. It's not supposed to be perfect or anything. I'm not expecting perfection, but, you know, those are little details that you can definitely feel that burr right there. And, you know, it would have been nice if it wasn't there. So, yeah, other than that, it has a file on here as well. You can file your nails and stuff. My nails are all jacked up, so I don't really use that. But, yeah, really useful tool. I really like that one. You have here also on the other side a glass breaker. And this is where I started to question really, like, what is this meant for? What use could you really get out of this multi-tool, you know, compact size and these types of tools on it, you know? Glass breaker, I feel like this could have been better equipped with a, you know, Phillips head or some other type of, you know, maybe detachable 4mm, you know, kind of like these right here. That would have been really useful if this would have been just a removable one and you could put different, you know, 4mm bits on it, 4mm bits, sorry. So yeah, I'm not sure about that, the glass breaker. And then lastly, you have here, actually not lastly, there's one little surprise on this one. So stay tuned for that. Here is kind of like a strap cutter, wire, you know, just kind of rope cutter, things like that. Yeah, so this one I didn't use as much, but same detail on the edge on here. If you can see, there is quite a bit of burrs on there. Again, I'm not expecting perfection, but, you know, just little details, QC, that maybe could be addressed. Just make it look a little bit nicer, you know? So yeah, you have the, yeah, I pretty much got everything. Pocket clip. I absolutely love this pocket clip. It is adorable. Small little pocket clip, fits great. Again, 5th pocket carry, that's how I carried it, and it was amazing. You could carry this just in pocket as well with the pocket clip, or just throw it in there. But yeah, it works really well. I'll throw a picture right here of what it looks like in my pocket, in my 5th pocket. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I like the all-around fit and finish of the exterior here, kind of like a, you can see like grind lines on here. I think that's pretty cool. Nice little aesthetic, you know. Nothing too crazy, very simple. But hey guys, I just noticed I forgot to show you guys the little extra surprise feature this has right here. This right here has some little tweezers, boom, right there. Very adorable, very small, get little things. And again, still functions for that, like I said, first responders or medical use, emergency use. I think these are pretty cool. So yeah, wanted to show that off. Yeah, let's get into what I think maybe somebody could get good use out of this. I think, and then they offer another option, which is a scissor option. So that one in particular, I think somebody could get really good use. And as far as first responders, I think this would be a very, very good option for them, or somebody that wants to have a type of medical EDC, kit or pouch, or just like a bag of just like more medical or emergency kind of style EDC. Because of that scalpel blade, obviously this I feel is not EDC friendly or outdoor really, but if you have a medical emergency, maybe you get a splinter, something like that, maybe there is, somewhere where you have to make an incision, I could see this coming very useful. Again, first responders, I'm not a first responder, so I don't know exactly in particular the other uses you could have this for, but I could see that becoming useful. Same thing with the glass breaker, because of the use of this right here. For first responders or an emergency, you get in an accident, your window isn't working, you want to go ahead and use this to shatter it or to save somebody from a car. This would come in handy, so I could see, somebody using this for emergency purposes. Same deal with this strap cutter or rope cutter. You can use this as a seatbelt cutter. Same thing in that mentality of an emergency. You want to cut a seatbelt. You want to cut something that is holding someone back from, something, I don't know. You could use that. So that's how I see this tool. I think maybe the branding on it is a little bit skewed, just because it says it's for outdoor use. And again, if you're on that mentality of kind of emergency or first responders, or just a kit for medical emergencies or anything like that, the scissor version I think would be best as well, because you could use those scissors, if someone gets into a very bad accident, maybe they break a leg or something, you need to cut their pants, to make room to work on the leg, or to bandage the leg or whatever. I don't know. The scissors will come in hand to cut cloth or clothing or things like that you need to help with. So I think that would be a really good option. I'll throw that option up here for you guys, and I believe they're both the same price. These are going for about $27. I believe they have a 20% discount right now, so it's about $23.40 you're looking at with the discount. So I think that's a great price for this. Again, not particularly my EDC option, my EDC first option, but it is a good option nonetheless. I think this is good to, like I said, carry in an emergency bag or medical bag, or just something to do with that. So that being said, let me show you guys in comparison to. So this is another multi-tool I had bought. I think I bought this at like a auto parts store. Really, really simple. This is by True. And I use these quite a lot, but I totally bent these doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing with them, honestly. And yeah, these pliers are a bit more hefty, a bit more thick. So I trust these a lot more. So that's kind of just a, little comparison in size. These are kind of more for maybe like a key. These are going to be a bit bigger. As you can tell, they're about the same size, but they are bigger in dimensions as far as like thickness and stuff. And then my go-to is my Gerber 400 or MP 400, which has that sliding pliers. So yeah, this is my go-to right here. And size comparison, again, bit bigger, the Gerber. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of my size right here, but I'm trying to get my hands on a SOG Power Pint because I really like the size of that as well, and it looks like it has a lot of good tools on it too. So I want to get that one to kind of compare. But other than that, I mean, this is the one I use the most, and I found has the best option as far as locking, tools and all that. So, pretty much, again, I would prefer something like this with more usable tools, flatheads, Phillips. This one has scissors that work really, really well. So this is kind of my go-to. I prefer a kind of generic multi-tool with tools that I can kind of use on my day-to-day locking. All these are locking right here, so again, I prefer that. But yeah, that is the Bibury multi-tool mini pliers, or the scissors version, whichever one you guys like. Check out the link below if you guys want to get your hands on one of these. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Later.